we're in Science Book 5. We're on page 13, talking about mirrors. Now, in a torch, that shiny thing is a mirror, and it makes the light more focused and bright. The dentist uses a mirror to look inside your mouth behind your teeth. You can only see the front, you can't see here unless you have a mirror. Now, these guys are trying to look over this wall, and that's kind of difficult. But if you make a thing called a periscope, it's much easier. Now, a periscope basically looks like this. It's a box, and there's a mirror there, and there's a mirror there. So you look in there, and there's light. What you're looking at, I'm here, for example. The light goes from me onto the mirror, goes down here and down there. So you can use a periscope to look over a wall or round a corner. You can try and make something like this if you can get some small mirrors from Mummy. I don't know, maybe she has some things you can use. But if you can get two small mirrors and a tube or a box, you can make something like this, and then you can look round corners. That's page 13. Now, light can be reflected from all kinds of different surfaces, including mirrors. Reflected light enters our eyes, and then we see what we're looking at. So if you look at this picture here, there's the moon up there, and there's also the moon in the flat surface of the water. So what this man's doing, he's looking down at the moon on the water, and the light is coming from the sun, reflecting off of the moon, down onto the water, and then up to his eyes. So you can explain that here. The moon is not a light source. It looks so bright because the sun is around the other side of the world. So if we draw a picture of that, there's the Earth, there's the moon, and the sun is over here somewhere. And the sun goes, let's just put that off to one side. The light goes from the sun and then to the Earth. That's how it gets here. Now, ray of light. So a ray diagram is when you have a straight line of light, and you can show which way the direction the light is travelling. So if you shine a light on a dark surface, you can see a beam of light. The light leaves the torch and goes through the air until it hits the surface. So this is how you can make a ray box. You get a box, and you need a torch. So you put the torch inside the box, and then you have a slit in the box, and the light comes out through the slit. Follow the directions. Do this, then put it the wrong way up on the table so that the light is shining out through the slit. Shine the light across a piece of paper and draw along the path of the beam. Using a ruler will help you to do this. Now you have drawn a ray diagram. Now place a mirror in front of the ray of light. What happens to the ray of light when it reaches the mirror? Does it stop or does it change direction? Now, explain how light is reflected into your eyes when you look in the mirror. See what you can do with that. That's the end of page 15. Read page 16, follow the directions using your box with the torch inside it to make ray diagrams. Read this and answer the questions. Answer the questions. Page 18, colours. You know the names of lots of colours, so you can talk about those. Answer the questions. What's your favourite colour? Why do people like flowers? Why are some places painted in bright colours? Give your answers for these questions. Follow the instructions. Make one of these. Spin it. What do you see? Write your answer. Now, when white light hits the surface, that's light from the sun, some of the colours are absorbed by the object and other colours are reflected. For example, a t-shirt absorbs most of the colours and only reflects blue. So the same thing applies to a leaf. So explain why a leaf appears green. Why do some objects appear to be white? Explain that. Why do some objects appear to be black? Explain that from what you've been told here. If you don't understand it, look on the internet. Page 19. When you see a rainbow, it's because the rain droplets have separated the light into its colours. So you start with white light from the sun, and the raindrop separates it out into different colours. What colours make white light? The answer is here. Explain why a red t-shirt's red. You've had that answer before. Why does a blue top look blue in daylight but look grey when it's getting dark? Well, when it's getting dark, you don't have the same amount of colour, the same amount of light. Okay, so pages 20 and 21 are questions to review the things that you've learned in the chapter, in this unit. So you should be able to answer all of these questions on these 2 pages without me needing to tell you what to do again. All of the answers are in Unit 1. That's the end of science textbook.